What's going on, guys? It's Gorgon Freeman, and I'm bringing you some Armored Kill, the latest DLC from Battlefield 3. And I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying the hell out of it. Played a little bit Tank Superiority when I first downloaded it, waiting for a friend. Turns out he wasn't downloading it at the moment. It's a little bit of a mix-up, but whatever, shit happens. But Tank Superiority was pretty cool. It's just pretty much everyone in tanks and a couple of guys with javelins, a few recon guys with SOFLAMs, all the annoying stuff you'd expect with a lot of vehicles when you're trying to vehicle whore. But not really going to talk too much about Tank Superiority right now. My main focus is something I've been hearing a lot of whining about, and that's the AC-130 in Rush. Now, yes, you're going to see I'm in the AC-130 a lot in this gameplay, and it doesn't always go down right away. Don't take this gameplay as an example of that. Now, most of the time when you're playing this, the AC-130 is in the air maybe 25 seconds tops, and that's not even like an exaggeration. I see that thing, it'll peer, maybe get a couple of kills, and then it's gone completely. And then it's another, I think it's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then it respawns again. But, you know, that's some crucial time you have. That's you're going back to playing Rush the way you expect to. But I think with the AC-130 added an extra element that, in my opinion, Rush kind of needed. Honestly, Rush is a bit of a campy game type for the defenders. I mean, why wouldn't you camp? The point is to keep your bombs, you know, or your MCOM stations there. And if you're not going to do that, running up into the attacker's spawn. But, yeah, the AC-130, you know, double kill achievement, what? The AC-130 adds, you know, that, like I was saying, adds a whole new element. Now you have, not only do you have to worry about incoming tanks and have dedicated engineers for that, but you also need to have a couple of people watching the skies. Make sure that the AC-130 is not doing a lot of work. Now, a couple of drawbacks to AC-130 I noticed is if you have too many people trying to spawn in the parachute spawn, I guess, in it, you'll end up in random spots on the maps and you'll just die. I actually ended up cutting that out of this because this gameplay was about 28 minutes long in total and I wasn't going to upload the whole thing. A lot of the time was just like stupid Deathstorm. I'm doing stupid things like driving the new tank around and I'm being an idiot. But, no, whatever. So I cut it for time. Yeah, but the new maps themselves I think are excellent. I mean, like I had my doubts about I think it's Bondar Desert. It's supposed to be the biggest map in Battlefield history, and yeah, it definitely is friggin' huge. But even, you know, like I was saying, I had my doubts because, like, you know, that's, you know, a gigantic map like that and only 24 people. Doesn't seem like it would work out that well. But honestly, it's as long as you're not like running off on some weird section of the map, you're gonna find action. You know, especially if you're a defender, keep to the middle and you'll see everything. I haven't really seen that big of a drawback with the player counts. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the AC-130 really fast. I don't think you can, with the current gun seat I'm sitting in, I don't think you can hurt tanks. Because you're going to see me go after this one tank, and obviously I hit it a few times and I get no damage. Maybe it's just, there was just lag in the lobby, I don't know. I can't say one way or the other, but I have heard that this seat in the AC-130 can't damage tanks. And I know the other one can because I've done it and I was watching some gameplays and I saw it happen, but yeah, right now you're seeing I'm shooting at it and I'm not getting any damage. Yes, I know I missed it a few times, but it's just won't like, you think if I'm hitting in the area, it would take a little bit of damage, like give me a hit mark or something. But no. Yeah, also the AC-130 requires some really good teamwork because, like I was telling you, like, it doesn't stay up in the air for very long. And you have to work with your buddy to coordinate the flares. You have to, you know, if the airplane's chasing you, you got to hop into the AA gun and try to take them down. Now, see, the seat I'm in, you have infrared vision. And you get a better idea of where the missiles are coming from. So if you're in that seat, you got to be watching for stingers and stuff like that. Because the other guy's not going to see where they're coming from as easily because they're seeing like I am now, normally. Now, that guy's good for, like, you know, thinning out certain areas, but the howitzer on that thing, whew, that's a lot of fun. What else about this DLC? You get some. The assignments. That was something I wanted to talk about. There's assignments to unlock weapons for, I guess you'd call it weapons for the new tank killers and the mobile artillery. And that's something kind of new. We've seen like assignments for guns, assignments for camos and dog tags and whatnot, but to unlock weapons for tanks, that's new. I kind of like that. I mean, I would have liked to have seen a couple of new guns. I mean, who wouldn't? That's always exciting to get a new weapon, have something to do. But I like using the vehicles anyway. Especially when I'm playing by myself, I'm a huge vehicle whore, so that gives me something to do in my time instead of just grinding out, the unlocks normally. I have, that gives you a little more incentive to use these things. Now, last night I was gonna post this gameplay, and at the time I hadn't used the mobile artillery, and now I have. And I like it. It's pretty cool. I like the idea of it. I mean, I still haven't quite worked out the kinks with it yet. I'm not very good, to be honest with it. But again, I got to use it a very short amount of time. But I'm gonna come back to this really fast. But I want to talk again more about the AC-130. This is why you have to take it out of the sky. We have one life left at this point, and we have the bomb planted. And you can see here, they're all running for the bomb, and not one person is focusing on me, and that was a huge mistake. Because if they had taken me down there, if they just had like 2 or 3 guys focus on me, they could have took me down, and they would have won the game. But they decided to all just keep running in and handing me kills. And I'm okay with that. It ended up boosting my score up a good amount right there. See right there, I unlocked the anti-air missile for the mobile artillery, which at that point I had not used. So I didn't even know I had that. Also, another thing about the mobile artillery, I'm watching a couple of other YouTube guys. I don't remember who was saying it, but they're saying that the proximity scan, or the IR smoke, I think it was actually, damaged people, and he was complaining about it. Now, I guess he didn't do any research, because if you have looked into it a little bit, you would have seen that there's an attachment for, or a gadget for that mobile artillery called Proximity Defense. And what it does is it shoots out like a puff of smoke, I think it is, and it damages nearby enemies. Now, you may be thinking, Gorgon, that's really stupid. Well, guess what? It's not. It's to stop those jerks who love to run in NC4 vehicles. See, it's a handy little gadget that stops those jerks who do that crap. Because, my God, does that piss me off. I cannot stand getting my vehicle C4'd all the time. So adding something like that, in my opinion, was an intelligent idea. They also added a fire extinguisher to the tank killers, which I was a little confused by that at first, but I really like the idea because it's obviously it's not as strong as a tank because it's essentially an LAV with a tank cannon on top. Actually, that's pretty much exactly what it is. But if you know anything about the LAVs, they get damaged pretty easily, and they get disabled like nothing. Now, having the extinguisher will get rid of the disable and allow you to escape. See? That's another good idea right there, because I can't tell you how many times I've lost the LAV because I took like 2 RPGs and then it was done. I had to get out, run away because I had no help trying to repair it, ever. And I like the LAV. I enjoy it because it's quick, and you can get around places that it'll still ruin your day if you let it, if you're not focusing on it. And now adding a tank gun on top of that, it's just like that was just like a dream come true for me. It's all the mobility of the LAV with all the power of the tank, and that's something I really appreciate because I just recently got into using tanks a lot. Actually, I wouldn't say recently. My last run on Battlefield, where I pretty much did nothing but play it for like a month straight, I started using a lot of tanks. And there's a couple of unlocks on it, like the canister shell. It's for those who don't know what it is, it's essentially a shotgun, like buckshot, that fires from a tank. It's really good for anti-air and troops. It's very actually, it's completely ineffective against other tanks, but like I said, the way I play, I use vehicles more for pushing up the line and going after infantry, so it kind of just worked for my style as far as vehicles go. Now, I don't know if you can unlock the canister shell for the tank killer. If you can, wow, yeah, woo! That makes me very, very happy. if anyone can let me know, leave a comment or whatever, just tell me what's up with that, because I'm interested to know, and I can't access the battle log at the moment to find out. But, blah, 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 blah. I was talking about something, and I have no idea what it was. Whatever, I'll just move on. What else have they did with this? See me get scared. I don't think I was going to make it. Oops. Conquest on this. That's something I haven't really touched. Incoming choke. I'm not really a Conquest player. You see me, I'm shaking my head at that guy right there when he crashed. I'm not really a Conquest player, but I can't see Conquest working, and that goes back to what I was talking about earlier about the player counts. The maps are far too big, in my opinion, for Conquest to work on the consoles, because we don't have enough players. I didn't really, like I said, I haven't really touched it too much. I played a couple of games just to look around and see what it was like. I mean, the action was there, but it could have been a lot better. I think if they're going to do Conquest on consoles, they need to do like they do in TDM and make the maps smaller. Because, honestly, DICE, we don't have the players. If you can up our player counts, that would be a whole nother story, but obviously that's not going to happen, because that would take a lot of work, and it's just probably not worth it in the long run for to do it. This game is definitely made for PC, and I honestly wish I did have a PC, because I would love to play the 64 man or 64 team lobby. That would be like ridiculous. Just to have that many people running around, especially like with the amount of vehicles they have in the Conquest. I think there's 2 helicopters, 2 jets, the AC-130 spawn. Each team has like a butt ton of tanks, the tank destroyers, the mobile artillery, anti-air. So you have all those vehicles, and then there's no ground troops doing anything. So there's Armored Kill Conquest in a nutshell for console. It's just everyone in a vehicle. Nothing's really happening. It just wasn't fun. I'm sorry, just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't for me. But that's whatever. I do want to talk about. I think the map's called Armored Shield. It kind of looks like Caspian Border a little bit. It's got that fresh green look to it. It's a small little town, but it added a new style to Rush also. Instead of having jet on jet like most Rush maps have, it has attack helicopter on attack helicopter, and that's something we haven't had in a Rush map yet in this game. And I thought that was something really cool to have. It again completely changes the element of that map. It's just like a whole new style. This DLC added a lot to Rush, in my opinion, and I'm probably going to find myself playing mostly these maps because of that. These maps I really enjoy. Adding the snow map. I like the snow maps, like Nelson Bay from Battlefield Bad Company 2 was one of my favorite maps. Just like the darkness with the snow, it was really cool. And they added the one map. I think it's Albor's Mountain, and it's got the frozen lake in the middle, the mountain range with the dome like they have on Damavan Peak, and they have that like that dome similar to that. It's honestly a beautiful map. I really loved it. I think DICE did incredibly well with the map design for this DLC, and I have to give them kudos. And for you guys who don't have premium and aren't playing this right now, keep checking my channel, because I'll keep posting up for you as long as I can. And yeah, like I said, so also just a quick thing. Sorry for not posting last couple of days. First of all, the weekends I'm probably not going to be posting a lot anyway. But I've been sick the last couple of days, and I just haven't really felt like doing anything. So I've been laying in my bed being a freaking lump. But now that I'm feeling better, it's time to post again. Start entertaining the masses. Because I know. What would you do without me? Can't take the break from a sexy voice, and I just made the biggest new mistake ever there. Guys, if you find yourself in a situation where you have the enemy repair tooling you, never get out, because they're just going to hop in and run you over or hop back out and get you, because it's always what's going to happen. Honestly, it's worth the death and the loss of the vehicle, because in that instance, now they have one of our tanks, and they took my life. So that thing's a lot worse than if I die and lose a tank, because at least I'll respawn and so will the tank. It's just such a rookie mistake, and I'm a better player than that, and I shouldn't be doing that. But all in all, this DLC is definitely worth it. A lot of complaints about the AC-130, but people just really don't know what they're talking about because, like I said, it doesn't stay in the air very long. Again, they did a very good job with this DLC, and for the people who don't have premium, you still have another like a week and a couple of days to play this, and your guys are going to find that it's very worth it. I hope you guys enjoy it all. This gameplay is about to wrap up. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave some comments, because I like comments. I really do. And I'm out.